My dog Stanley died about a week and a half ago, and that's why I've been a little bit quiet here on the channel. I knew he was sick, but I thought that I'd have more time with him. About 2 weeks ago, I came right here, and I was going to do a video with Stanley and my other dog Lenny, and to sort of kick off going into the 3rd year of Feel Better with Lauren. And we set up everything, and everybody was cool and comfy cozy, and then it started to rain, so I had to pack up everything. And then the next day I took Stanley for a walk, and had to jump on a plane, go to the volleyball nationals for a few days. And when I came back, he'd taken a nosedive. And I had one more day with him, which was just a fantastic day. And then later on that night, he woke me up, and I hung out with him, and he ended up getting super, super comfortable and relaxed. And then as I was stroking his paw and telling him how much I loved him, he died. He was like the smartest dog, and as so many animals can do, as you know, he taught me a lot. And in reflection, one of the things he taught me about was expectations and gifts of a situation. There's this idea that every single experience you have yields a gift. And depending on how you look at it, maybe that gift is good or bad. Maybe you think it's from a higher power. Maybe you just think it's from experientially you get a gift. But you get a gift. And sometimes you go into a situation and you've got this expectation of a gift. You really try to get a result out of things. You want to learn about the sunshine, and yet it just rains all the time. And no matter how hard you try to make this gift about sunshine, it keeps on raining. So if everything yields a gift, and if you don't necessarily get the gift that you're hoping for, whatever is left is the gift. It is the thing that you have learned. It is the thing that you get, and it becomes how you deal with that, and how you experience that, and how you take that in. This is Feel Better with Lauren. I'm Lauren, and today I want to just process some grief and process some peace, and take you through something that will help you and me feel better. Everything today will be done just from seated here comfortably. Raise yourself up on a blanket if you'd like, or a cushion. You can be anywhere you are. And I want to just go through opening up your body just a little bit. I want to go through opening up your breath just a little bit. And then I want to open up your mind just a little bit with some meditation. So find yourself in the middle of your space, or in a chair, or however it is that's comfortable for you. Sit up nice and straight. Maybe push up and sit on your sit bones. And just sort of try to get into where your body's at. And I still want to clear everything with a big inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. And let's start as a good base plot. So in through your nose, and exhale through your mouth, and in through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. Get all that air out, and in through your nose. Fill up every single cavity. Sit up nice and straight. And exhale through your mouth. And for the rest of this time now, I want you to just keep breathing slowly and evenly through your nose. Nice slow breaths in and slow breaths out. If it's comfortable, do that restrained ujjayi breathing, which is like you're fogging up a mirror, but with your mouth closed. So you're restraining the back of your throat and allowing everything to go the same pressure in as the same pressure out. And just sort of feel yourself, how you're connected to the ground or to the chair. Roll out your neck, roll out your shoulder blades, and just go into this prayer position for just a second, with your wrists about the same height as your elbows, with your thumbs just touching your sternum. And just take a moment here and just feel for a second. Nice, even breaths. Now, interlace your fingers and push your palms all the way as far as you can. Separate your shoulder blades. And let your body stretch, but not too hard. We just want everything to sort of loosen up today. Keep breathing evenly in and out through your nose. Now on your next inhale, put your hands above your head and reach for the sky. Get some sunlight on your face. Let your spine grow taller. Then on your next inhale, interlace your hands behind your back the other way. And stretch your hands back and get some sunshine on your face this way. And then on your next inhale in, bring your palms back to that prayer position. Now just while we're here, I want you to put your right hand on your knee and your left hand behind you, and just look behind you. And each inhale in, you get a little taller. And then each exhale, maybe you can just twist a little bit more looking behind you. And then on your next inhale, slowly come back to that center. Then inhale, your right hand goes behind you, your left hand goes on your knee. Inhale and stretch out your spine taller, and then exhale, twist into that a little bit. You're not forcing, you're just letting your body twist. And then on your next inhale, come back to the center. Now on your next inhale, put your left hand beside you, your right hand over your head, and let's stretch out the outside of your body. Really try to grab with your right hand above your head, opening everything up. And then on your next inhale, come back to the center, and we'll just do the other side. Your right hand goes down beside you, your left hand goes over your head. And really reach as high as you can. Create some space on their left-hand side of your body. And then on your next inhale, come back to the center. Now we'll just do a little butterfly, which is put your feet, the palms of your feet flat against each other. Keep your back nice and straight. So we'll bring your heels as close to your body as you can, whilst you keep your back straight. Once you've found that spot, continue to breathe into this and let your knees fall open. Feel a stretch here. If you had some blocks, you could put them underneath your thighs. But otherwise, you want to keep your back nice and straight and let your knees fall open more. So each inhale, your back gets straight again. And each exhale, maybe your knees fall open a little bit more. And then on your next inhale, come back up and let's move your feet further away from you, but still the palms of your feet touching each other, touching themselves. And again, straighten your back. And I want you to hinge on your hips and let your belly fall forward like a hinge. And then your head fall forward over top of them as it goes towards your feet. Maybe you want to hold on to your feet. So each inhale, your back lengthens and the hinge at your hips happens and you fall a little bit more. And one more inhale in. Now inhale, come back up to cross-legged. Cross your legs the other way this time. And we're going to just do one more stretch to sort of stretch out our back whilst we're still in this cross-legged position. So your hands above your head. And then hinge at your hips again and fall over top. And let's try to put your forearms to the ground. So inhale, you get some length in your spine, and exhale, you fall over. And then inhale, sit back up, cross your legs the other way. Nice and straight again, hands above your head. Spine extends and expands, and then you hinge at your hips forward, and then your rest of your body falls over top as your forearms go towards the ground. Nice and even breaths through your nose. And then inhale, back up to seated. Now, check in with your body. How do you feel right now? Maybe that's opened you up a little bit more. Maybe that's helping you sit up nice and high on your sit bones. And we're just going to take a few moments and do a real simple box breathing. So we're going to take 5 seconds to inhale in. We're going to hold for 5 seconds. We're going to exhale for 5 seconds. And you're going to hold for 5 seconds with no air in your lungs. Sometimes when you've got no air in your lungs, that might not be the most comfortable spot. So if you'd like to breathe very sort of shallowly there just to get through that on the first couple of rounds, you could do that. So this is box breathing. In for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5, hold for 5. And nice and slow breaths. And we're getting our mind and our body working together as one. There's no panic. There's no lack of air. So nice and high on your sit bones. Your spine is extended. Your head's just tilted down a little bit. You might want to touch your fingers like a sort of in a way to sort of ground yourself. So inhale for 5 seconds, all through your nose. Hold for 5 seconds. And exhale for 5 seconds. And hold for 5 seconds. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And really focus in on your breath. Hold. Inhale and really try to get a big breath in that lasts 5 seconds. 2. And hold. And exhale everything, but make it last 5 seconds. And hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, make it last. Hold. Inhale, really fill everything up. Hold. And exhale, get everything out so there's nothing left at the end. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale everything out. Hold. And this last time, let's take everything just a little slower to 8 seconds. So inhale nice and slowly, but filling up everything. 2. Hold for 8 seconds. Exhale everything out, but nice and slow. Make it last 8 seconds. And finally hold for 8 seconds with nothing in there if you can. And then you can return your breathing back to normal. And you can continue breathing in and out just through your nose if you'd like. And we're just going to take a few minutes to just sort of meditate here. There's noises all around. There's a little bit of rain happening here. And all those noises are okay. They can all go in through one ear and out the other. You can linger on those things if you want. Or you can just let yourself clear, let yourself realize that you're sort of part of everything around you, that this is a relaxed place to be, that this is a good place to be, and just soak everything in. I find, again, you want to sit up nice and tall, but not where you're straining sitting up tall, where you want to bend your head down just a little bit and maybe close your eyelids half, and then just find something to focus on with your eyes. And while you're focusing on with your eyes, with these slow, even breaths, just listen to that breath. And maybe if you're outside like I am, that breath matches the wind that's blowing. Maybe there's a fan or there's other noises. And slowly everything sort of melds into one. And if you want to have thoughts come in, you can let them come in. You can examine them for a moment, and you can let those thoughts go. So just take a few minutes here, and you can think about people, you can think about things, but always keep thinking about your breath. And if you feel you're holding any tension anywhere, you can just sort of shake that off and let that go so you're not distracted by it. If you're not quite comfortable, you can shift and find that comfort. You don't have to beat yourself up about anything. You can just sort of be here for a little bit. Just relax. Life is all around you. The world is all around you. And listen into my voice. Listen into your breath, nice and slow as you breathe in and out. And again, make sure there's no spots of tension that are holding you. If you feel a spot of tension in your body, hold on to it, and then just let that tension go, almost with a sigh. And as you sit here longer and longer, you become more and more relaxed, more and more at one with whatever's around you. Sometimes that wind is like the world's breath. Sometimes those birds are like little cackles of energy. And if you let your brain sort of expand even more, you sort of become part of all those things. Maybe your mind reaches out those tendrils and connects the things that are here, or that aren't here now, or that were here. Slow and even breaths. Now, if you'd like, you could pause the video for a little while, if that's easy to do. Or you can start to come out of things slowly. Your breathing can return to how it wants to be. Your eyes can flicker open. You can sort of start becoming even more aware of everything that's around you. You can sort of wake up and return here. And this one's for Stanley. Lunch? Are you having lunch, sir? Yes, sir, you were. Are you gonna have some lunch? Oh, Stanley. Oh,